Nigel, I was here about 3 or 4 years ago and I reviewed the XL 780 machine. Now we've got here the RLX 780. What's the differences?
Well, machine-wise, it's exactly the same machine. We introduced this with a Siemens control and called it the XL 780, and we did that 6 years ago, and we've sold about 30 machines. And we've been waiting desperately for a ProtoTRAK control that we can put on the machine, and now we have it with the new touchscreen ProtoTRAK's RLX.
Okay, now let's open the door and have a look at the machine itself. Now it's fair to say this is some sizable machine, isn't it? Maybe talk us through some of the basics of the spec.
Yeah, this is a 780mm swing machine, 3 metres between centres. It's got a 160mm bore, and we've got 1300 RPM maximum, 20 RPM minimum with a 2-speed gear change.
Where's your market for this, Nigel? The 30 machines that you said that you have sold with the Siemens control, yeah. Where are you looking for now to really open that up?
Well, they've gone to general subcontractors, they've gone to people within the rail industry, they've gone to people doing oil and gas, so a vast array of people really.
And let's talk about then the ProtoTRAK RLX control, because this is a big feature here, and this is why you think that the sales of this machine is going to be favourable and increase quite substantially. What is so good about the control?
Well, we've been selling ProtoTRAK for a long time now, and it's very well respected as a very simple control. A guy operating a manual machine today can probably jump on this and in a day easily be programming components. So a super control, well respected, thousands of operators in the UK, so availability of labour should be quite decent.
Is it because, I mean, on your smaller machines, your smaller turning machines, you've had this control, the ProtoTRAK control for some years, haven't you? So you've already got a big audience.
Yeah, we've got a big audience. There's probably 10,000 ProtoTRAK machines in operation today, possibly more, and 5,000 plus lathes. And people have been asking us for bigger lathes, and we were never able to do it with the old ProtoTRAK systems, but the new one is able to incorporate bigger motors.
And what's the spindle power on the machine?
This is a 19 kilowatt spindle.
Now is that a continuous 19 kilowatts? Because some machine tool companies might say that 10% of the running time, but is that all the time?
No, it is all the time. We only tell people about continuous ratings. It's 19 kilowatts continuous and a 36 kilowatt peak.
Okay, so a very powerful machine, well built, almost 9 tons in weight. Yep. As you've already said, the control, one of the big highlights for the machine. What about the functionality? Can you use this as almost like a conventional machine as well?
Yes, you can use it as a conventional machine. You can use tracking, so you can wind through the job without actually programming it. It is a simple control, and because of the volume of operators in the UK and the amount of people who can use it already, they've been waiting for this. We had it for a while with a Siemens control, as I said earlier, and the take-up's been reasonably good, 30 machines in 6 years, but we think that we'll probably sell 30 of these in 3 years with the new ProtoTRAK, because it's so simple that a manual machine operator could come and in one day he could be using this machine just like he does his manual machine now.
Well, we're also going to do a video with Jonathan on the easy to use control, so you'll be able to find that. We'll put links on this video to that demonstration as well. And when it comes to options on the machines, do XYZ supply things like fixed steadies? We've obviously got a tail stock here, which I assume is like a drag and drop as well.
Yeah, it's a drag and drop, but we've still got the air on there so that it's quite light to push, but because it's such a block you probably need to get both hands on it. The other options are steadies, like you say, fixed and travelling.
And then the final point, of course, people are always interested in support and warranties and price. How do XYZ handle all those?
Well, with support, we've got our 16 service engineers around the country. Because it's a ProtoTRAK, we carry spare parts in the cars and vans that our engineers have. We can give training free of charge at any of our centres in the North Midlands and south of England. So we've got a permanent helpline desk, so you can phone in any time with a programming issue and we'll help you out. Fully manned all of the time.
Overall, good value for money?
Always, we're bound to say that, but yeah, it's good value for money.